Recorded live with little or no editing, it's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over MarkyMarc's defense. That's right, Mark Wahlberg is a big fan of mine. He plays Marvel Strike Force and specifically asked me for help with his roster. Coming in at 78 million TCP, operating in Diamond 1, doing a pretty bang-up job all by himself. However, he did come and join us on voice after sending in his picks, and strangely enough, he sounds nothing like the Mark Wahlberg I've seen in movies. Go figure. In any case, we came up with a bunch of ideas for his roster, so many, in fact, that we had to have chat literally vote on which way we should go with this. And then I didn't like the way chat voted, so I'm probably going to give you guys some alternative options as well. Don't forget, we talked a lot about the MSF Counters list. I'll put a link in the description below to that page, that document, and you can go there, and there's over 300 different counters listed. Who came up with it, who posted it there. I don't know, they try to give credit to the right people. There's links to videos on how to do each of the counters. It's just a great resource so that you can figure out how to beat some of these teams as they become invented and added in each season. And every season, those get redone. So special thanks to Squatch, who started that, and all of those people involved in running that counters list. All right, so in room one, I have two different lists here. In room one, we're gonna just get rid of this team altogether. I hate this team. Fury helps, but it's still a big liability. It gets rolled real easy, and it's gonna allow too many points for your opponent. So you don't put this team, don't use them in Crucible anymore. Maybe there's a place for them on offense, I don't know, but I don't think Crucible is the spot for the new secret avenging defenders or whatever they call. I didn't want to build this team because I didn't like them that much. Instead, we're gonna put in Infinity Watch with Quicksilver in place of Moondragon. Infinity Watch is a fantastic team. MarkyMarc has them built up to like, I don't know, 2.3 million or something like that. They're just a solid point absorbing team, gonna give you a much better result than this. Both teams are gonna lose, mind you, but they're gonna take a lot more turns beating the Infinity Watch, and that Quicksilver adds a little bit more of a threat to it. It also helps whenever you happen to have them like in 3. If you have them on 3, then the War Dogs counter doesn't work that well with Infinity Watch. So we're gonna go Infinity Watch, Quicksilver in 1. I'm gonna give MarkyMarc a D for this team. I think this is just a bunch of trash. I'm surprised that he's in Diamond 1 running this on defense. In 2, Spider Society. Best place for him. Requires you to bring in a raid team with a monster counterpart like Apocalypse or Sus. So far, I don't know of anything else. I haven't checked that counter sheet recently. Maybe somebody's come up with something that'll beat this team without you bringing in one of those monsters. But Spider Society is the way to go. I like the placement. I like the ISOs. Peter B. Parker could definitely be a healer, but he also works well as a striker. Peter B. Parker has a ton of healing built into his kit, passively healing members of his team. So making him a healer does, it's effective. It's the way to go in raids, in my opinion, but you could make him a striker here. A lot of times in Crucible, it's whoever attacks first wins, and the match is kind of decided in the opening moves, and so healers kind of get the back burner here. So I think this is great. I'm still going to give him an A, even though that could be a healer there. And then in room 3, we want to go with the Extreme Bishop. That is, you replace Gambit with a small built Bishop. Bishop is a pre-taunt, and what's going to happen is Sunspot gives the team offense up on spawn, and then your opponent accidentally kills Bishop intentionally. I mean, that's what you're wanting them to do. And so then Cyclops gives Forge a whole bunch of turn meter. Forge takes 1 or 2 turns, and the entire remaining team assists and deletes people. It's really effective. It's quite challenging. I like this composition a lot. This that we're showing on the team, this is like a D+. I don't like Darkhold. I think they're a filler team and they're easily defeated. It's a known quantity. Red Hulk in here doesn't even change it up all that much. The aggroed room not providing a lot of bonus for this specific team. So just get them out of here. Let's go with that Extreme Bishop build. All right, and then in room 4, there's a couple of ways we could go. Now, what we want to do, what MarkyMarc is going to try to do first, is go with an unlimited build. It's going to be Rogue and Gambit with the remainder of the unlimited team, the old Apex Crucible team. We're going to put him in there. He's got a big Rogue, he's got a big Gambit, and that's what matters. The other three are just there to kind of lend support to Rogue and Gambit as they do their thing. This, however, is kind of cool with Black Knight Undying, and people are doing something like this. What we want to do with this, if we're not going to do the unlimited build, then we're going to go with replacing Black Knight with Sus and replacing Omega Red with Zuggs. And we could actually change that placement around a little bit too while we're at it. That's going to create a monster defense. That's Undying with Dormammu and Sus. It's a really killer team in 4, works well. But MarkyMarc is going to go with the unlimited build as a little bit more of a filler. It's still a challenging team, but it's going to allow us to do some more simple things in the upcoming room. Just wanted to throw out that choice in there. This, as it stands, is not actually too bad. It's just we could do a lot better. So I'm going to go B- on this. All right, in room 5, and I think I need to change my size here for you guys. There we go. That's why you don't crop your photos when you send them in to me. All right. In 5, we're breaking up this team, remember, and we're making it into Extreme Bishop and Unlimited in 2 different rooms, and so we don't have anything left over and we need to fill this spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that Black Knight and we're going to pair him with, we're going to go 3 Out of Time and 2 Tangled, and chat was calling it Toot for Tangled Out of Time. Pick your friends, people. You can pick your friend. Can't pick your family, and I can't pick my chat, but you can pick your friends, and you can do better than Toot, okay? Anyways, Black Knight, Peggy, Captain America with 99 and Weaver. It's a vicious team. You put 99 and Weaver in the back corners and the 3 Out of Time across the front. This goes in the flashbang room. It's a vicious defense. I really like it. Now, if you wanted to go with the other choices, this is where things would get kind of crazy. And my notes say I have Infinity Watch Quicksilver, but that's not the way you would want to go here. So we'll skip that. Anyway, we're going to put Toot in room 5. All right. And then and this is actually a pretty decent team. The Jubilee's probably bigger than you want because this would have something like we talked about with that Extreme where the X-Men would die, Forge would get the turn meter, and then Sunspot would give the team offense up. Well, we would need Sunspot and Cyclops in here to make that work, and Jubilee's too big of a 5th, but that was kind of the idea. Still, this is an Extreme team that's going to work pretty well, so it's not bad. I'm going to give this one a B, and we're going to move on to room number 6. Now, this is where I didn't like Chat's choosing. Chat wants to go with the old and busted, tried and true Dormammu MLF with the 3 Secret Defenders. I see New Warriors beating that all the time. It gives them trouble, but it doesn't stop them, and I don't think that's good enough. This here with just Quicksilver isn't good enough either. You've got 4 members of Secret Defenders, so Hardlight gets some turn meter pretty fast, but it's still pretty beatable. It's still a New Warriors that can beat it. It's still troublesome, but it's not good enough. Chat wants to go the Dormammu MLF Secret Defenders route. I personally liked what one of the people in chat recommended. Jay recommended that we go with Secret Defenders 4-piece and Black Knight. And I think that sounds pretty cool myself. It would still get crushed, but it would call for something absolutely huge. Instead, we're going to stick with the plan here as much as I hate the plan. We're going to go Dormammu, MLF, and Secret Defenders to spice this up a little bit better. So it's basically, you're going to replace Photon with MLF, you're going to replace Quicksilver with Dormammu, and you're going to keep that exact placement. That placement is pretty crucial. You want Black Cat over the shoulder of MLF so that you can't spread anything. MLF still gets to take her turn, isn't rewound by anything that the Secret Defenders, that the New Warriors can do. So placement's critical on that. As far as this goes, it's another B, maybe a B- team. It's nothing special. So we had a tough time figuring this one out. We talked a lot about it behind the scenes with several different people in voice. I'm letting more and more people come into voice all the time. So if you want to come by and you think that you've got what it takes to help somebody's defense, then by all means, get over to Twitch, come find me live, jump in, spill your ideas, and we'll run with it if we can. If not, well, we'll argue about it endlessly like we love to do. You can always find me on Twitch. Those links are going to be in the description below. I hope that this helps MarkyMarc. If it doesn't, he's got some alternative choices. And if that still doesn't work, well, then he can always jump the line, come back. Like if our advice turns out to just totally get wrecked, I'm totally willing to have somebody come back on. We'll jump the line and we'll fix it, because I really want you guys to excel in Cosmic Crucible. Don't forget that counters list, and remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too. Bye.